Is there a need for a greeting or anything? I can just go on.
Okay. Can I actually just
Start.
greet and start?
What do you think? Greet, start, just go on. Let me just start. All right. There was always a strong resistance when the new teacher wanted to move the organ from the left side of the stage to the right side of the stage in a senior high school massive auditorium. His reason was that the right side of the stage had more ventilation and the lighting was better, but the authorities would not budge. Anytime he suggested it, they said, no, it's always been on this side and that's where we want it. So he decided to take matters into his own hands. One day, he decided that before every morning assembly, he was going to shift the organ just a few inches towards the right. So he started. First day, he moved the organ just a few inches towards the right. Second day, just a few inches towards the right. And he kept on doing that day after day, assembly after assembly. After 1 year, the organ was at the center of the stage and no one had noticed. After 2 years, the organ was at the right side of the stage, exactly where he wanted it. No one noticed, no one complained, no one made a comment. That's the power of consistency. If you want a big dream to come to reality, that is what consistency helps you to achieve. I know that many of us have terrific ideas, large dreams, big ambitions, but then we always think, so how can I translate this ambition into something that is real? There was an ambition we had some time ago. The front of our house was bare and we wanted to put up a lawn. So what we did was to get some very, very, very fine carpet grass from someone in the neighborhood. We brought it to our compound. We did the hard work of digging the soil, making sure the soil was ready. And then we tore the carpet grass apart one after the other and then planted it. You should see our lines. They were so neatly done, row by row, column by column. And then the excitement, soon we are going to get a very nice lawn in front of our house. The excitement was there. We watered it day 1, we watered it day 2. During day 3, we realized, do we have to water this every day? So we decided, okay, we don't have to do that every day. Then we started skipping some days. After 2 weeks, we were barely doing the watering. After a month, we realized that the grass that we planted were getting browner and browner. After 3 months, if I showed you that we planted carpet grass on this ground, you would say no, because the ground was bare. There was another person who had great ambitions, Nehemiah, in the Bible. He heard that the walls of Jerusalem had come down. They were burnt and they were broken. And he decided to do something about it. Now, this was a big project because we are looking at a 4-kilometer wall that is 12 meters high. That's about 4-story buildings, and then 2.5 meters thick. Now I am 1.6, so 2 times of me plus an extra was going to be what was going to be the width of the wall. So you can imagine a project like this is going to probably take a couple of years. But not for Nehemiah and his people. It took them 52 days. 52 days. And it was days for 3 reasons. 1, they were so committed to the project. 2, everybody came on board. Everybody said, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. 3, and more importantly, they kept on with the work of this wall day after day, from the first light of dawn up until when night struck in the evening. If you and I want to be able to translate big ambitions into things that happen, that are live, we would have to learn from Nehemiah. We would also have to do things day by day and invest in that big dream. I don't know what your big dream is. Maybe you want to read through the Bible. Maybe you want to learn a new language. Perhaps there is something you like about the guitar and you want to learn how to play it. Or maybe there's a topic, there is an area that you want to become an expert in. Or there is something in particular that you are dreaming about to do. I have 2 tips for you. The first tip is, don't bite too much that you cannot chew. And don't bite too little that you cannot taste. Bite just enough. And the second tip is just as equal. Can you form a routine around this activity that you want to do? Imagine you want to have a consistent time of prayer. How about saying, as every time when you wake up, you are going to pray for 10 minutes. So that it's just after wake up. After you wake up, 10 minutes. Or if it's exercise, you could say that, okay, I'll do 20 push-ups before I take my bath. Maybe if it's a new language and you are using Duolingo, maybe it's when you are in the church or a commercial vehicle, or when you are doing a particular activity, maybe eating, then you want to attach eating or riding in a bus to practicing your new language. Tie it to a routine. When you tie it to a routine, it helps you to be able to do it consistently. Now, my suggestion here is, if you and I want to do great things, we have to invest in it daily. But there's a challenge. When I was trying to read through the Bible, there were times that I struggled. There were times that I felt like it. There were times I just didn't want to open the Bible. And then a wise man gave me this suggestion. He said this. He said, there are some days when you feel like it. There are some days when you will not feel like reading. But whether you feel like reading or you don't feel like reading, read anyway. And by reading anyway, I got to complete my Bible reading. What is it that you want to do? There are times when you'd want to do it. There are times when the excitement and the joy and the enthusiasm is absent. Do it anyway. So what's that thing you want to be consistent at? Let's start doing it. Thank you. Wait. I didn't tell you my name. My name is ATO. I'm out.